Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to For Strategy Gaming. I've got a StarCraft 2 commentary for you today. This matchup is going to be between PSW's OneStar and Puma. You can see over here in the upper right-hand position, we do have OneStar as the red Terran player. And then out over here in the bottom right position, Puma as the blue Protoss player. So yes, Protoss versus Terran, Puma versus OneStar. Let me go ahead and show you guys around the map, just in case you're not familiar with it. Right outside the main base, of course, we do have that natural expansion. Now, you can notice all of this debris, this little wall here right in front of it. But notice, very importantly, something to pay attention to here as well, is that there are two entrances into it. Albeit they're pretty small, relatively easy to block off if necessary. But there are two entrances, and you will have to pay attention to both of them. Besides that, there are going to be 3 ramps leading into that elevated area. One of them down here that actually walks right into some destructible rocks, which leads back to an additional expansion. And obviously, same thing going to be taking place over here, as these maps are symmetrical. There are destructible rocks, the 2 other ramps leading up into that area. Certainly a very interesting map. We also have high yield expansions as well with destructible rocks on either side of the map, and then just some more normal expansions over here for these additional possible spawn locations. So we can see Puma moving out with the scout. So far, everything looking pretty standard. Nothing too fancy going on for either player. Looks like OneStar coming out with 10 depot, 12 racks. Is he going to do 13 refinery? There it is, 13 refinery there for OneStar as well. While we are in the early stages of the game, let's get some of the basic stuff out of the way. It is Monday, and yeah, this is the first commentary for the day. I am getting ready for the Diablo 3 beta, which should be starting this week, the closed beta. That's when I'm going to get the press invite and be able to start posting content. Besides that, StarCraft 2 commentaries will continue throughout the week. Expect strategy videos this week as well, and I will really try this Thursday to get some team games. I know it's been about 2 weeks since the last team game Thursday. The thing is, I just haven't really had a lot of replays. If you're hearing this right now and you're a Masters level player in any 2s, 3s, or 4s teams for StarCraft 2, send me some replays, force@forstrategygaming.com, and I'll be sure to try to get to those on Thursday. All right, let's take a look back at the players' bases. Cybernex Corps coming through. No second assimilator yet over here for Puma. Puma will be moving the scout right up into the main base. Unfortunately, though, OneStar's Marine should be able to stop him. No! Sneaks on through, and unfortunately not microing that Marine to get those few extra shots off. And Puma was able to get that scout up, so he's scouting out just the 1 refinery. Now, obviously, the probe will die, but again, he got that scouting information. I'm not positive, but I do believe he scouted out that second racks as well. Whoa! Just barely out of the vision of that second racks there. So, yeah, very unfortunate. Puma didn't manage to scout that out. We do have a SCV scout, and that did move up for Puma, did move up for OneStar and scout out Puma's base. You saw almost everything was there. Cybernex Corps just now finishing. And there we go, Chrono boosting out that Stalker as well. Now, will Puma be coming out with some early Stalker aggression? That can actually be very potent against a Terran opponent. What do we have right now? Stimpack research coming out for OneStar. Also got a reactor coming down on that second racks. And here's another refinery as well. Very interesting that he is getting a second refinery while opening up with the 2 racks. I will be intrigued to see what he intends on doing. Is he going to be going for a quick factory now as well? Certainly a possibility. We do have one Stalker as well as a Zealot moving out across the map right now. Puma will be opening up with a little bit of aggression. He does have Warp Gate research about halfway done right now. Again, we can see that Stimpack coming through as well as that reactor. Now, the Stalker very strong early on, especially if there's a lot of Marines in play. We do have one Marauder, though, and that should be enough to shoo back these forces. Unfortunately, though, without concussive shells, since he started for that early Stimpack research, he's not going to actually be able to keep pace with these 2 guys, and they should be able to make it back home, no problem. So you can see as a result, OneStar pulling back. SCV Scout looks like he will be actually moving back for a secondary scout right now. He does want to head back into Puma's base and see what's going on. Looks like we do have 3-gate right now. Puma may be attempting to go for 3-gate expand. Back over here, we can see factory is coming down. So OneStar opening up with that 2 racks and Stimpack, then moving right into that factory. I'm assuming we're going to be seeing a timing push from him here. This doesn't look like anything that's lending itself into a transition, especially since he's coming out with that bunker as well. Again, no concussive shell. So that Marauder taking a lot of damage, and once that is dead, the Stalkers will be free to able to move in, but no, one Stalker gets dropped. The Marauder is gone, and it looks like Puma will be heading back home with this Stalker. Not able to get any more scouting at all. Unfortunately, he's got no idea about that second racks or that factory. Factory coming out with the Tech Lab. OneStar is planning a timing push, and let's see how potent it is going to be. Siege tanks are to be expected right now from OneStar, probably pushing out with about 2 or 3 of those. I will also be interested to see if he decides to get up that Siege Tech as well. Seems very probable given the amount of Vespene that he is floating right now, but let's take a look. OneStar, what is your planned timing push? Are we seeing that tank? Are we going to see that tank? There it is. First siege tank in production right now. OneStar does have a timing push planned. He's got combat shields coming out, and this is going to be probably pretty tragic for Puma, given the fact that he is planning an expansion right now. This timing push could be pretty devastating for him. Stim going down, going to let him take out those stalkers. See you later. We also have a starport coming on through as well, so we'll be working his way up to medevac to try to heal up those Marines. Don't want to get them stimmed down too low, although, you know, when that happens, if you get stimmed down too low, come your first big engagement. I know he just took out a few units there, but I'm talking about that first large engagement that takes place in the game. You don't want your Marines to be too low health, so something to consider, and again, avoid overstimming, especially if you don't have medevacs in play. We do have Puma coming out right now. Robotics facility is finished. He will have that observer coming through, and we'll be scouting out, but again, look, OneStar is planning that one base timing push. This could certainly be devastating. Oh, he is not getting medevacs. He will be getting Banshees. OneStar, Marine, Tank, Banshee timing push here. Ooh, this could be quite potent indeed. He is moving out with that scout, and look at that scout walking by the bulk of the army there. That is a baller SCV. Gets the full scout out, spots the 3 gateways, spots the robotics as well. He saw that expansion. He knows everything. Checking the back of the resource line there for possible tech that may be hidden, but he knows exactly what's going on. Puma, quick expanding. This is going to be a very dangerous position for him. I want to check Puma's vision. Where is that? There it is. There's the observer. Observer now finally moving out, but you know what? By the time he gets here, this push will be well on the way, so this is only really going to give him a few seconds of advanced warning. SCV scout moving around, checking for any possible hidden expansions and or tech. There's the observer scout, fully aware that this push is coming. Will he spot the Banshees as well? Looks like he's probably going to. Puma actually heading back right now with that observer. He sees the push coming. Marine, Tank, timing push. Banshees following up as well, and if Puma can defend this, he will win the game, but this is very all-in-y from OneStar, and certainly can be very potent. We've got Stim Pack, we've got Combat Shield. Tanks not sieging up because they lack the tech. Will just be used for their high DPS. Nice force fields, though. Oh, no. Oh, OneStar taking a lot of damage from those force fields. However, his Zealot force is gone right now, and these sentries in Immortal not going to fare too well against a mass amount of Marines there. That is very heavy DPS. Tanks sieging up right now. Vision over the ridge there from that Banshee, allowing those tanks to shell out, and Puma's taking heavy damage. And this one base all-in push from OneStar looking to do very well for him. Puma losing all of his forces, will be losing his expansion as well. Doesn't have many reinforcements coming. He dropped 2 additional gateways, but decided, F, it's not going to work. Might as well call it the GG. There you go. All right, really not much to recap this game. Just saw a 1-base timing push here from OneStar. Unfortunately for Puma, coming out with that 3-gate expand, he did not have the forces necessary to deal with that. We saw that observer scout, but again, it caught it at the exact last moment. And again, it wasn't quick enough for Puma to be able to actually defend himself. I think especially with the positioning here and the particular layout of this map, you know, with tanks over here shelling out on this side, making it very hard for reinforcements to actually get up on those tanks, especially with that Marine and SCV buffer. Allowing those tanks to freely fire. Very impressive 1-base push there from OneStar, and a very unfortunate situation as well for Puma. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed this commentary. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks again guys. Keep watching and keep owning.